Okay, here we are with Starbloom, another character. Incredible, isn't she? We love drawing cats, especially Starbloom cats. Especially Starfluke loves to draw them in 3D in Blender. Okay, now let's get started. I opened up a Blender file and I set it up. I put a light in. I imported this and yeah. So here we go. Now we basically put a reference image in and I went add, mesh, no, add, empty, no, add image, and I put this mesh in here, and then what it does is it allows you to choose a photo, and this is what I did, and I chose a photo, Solenne. I came here and I found the Solenne image, and then I clicked it and I imported it, clicked here, and then it came in sideways, see. So I moved it around a bit, and you can hit G on the keyboard, grab, and then do X to move it on the X axis, which I'm learning is very helpful for animating. I'm learning a lot in that area, but I turned it, you select it, you hit R to rotate, and then on the Z axis, you can see it's blue, and then I can move it or I can type in 90. And there, I put the image in and I moved it over like this and back. And now I have 2 reference images and I only need 1. So I just want to show you that. Delete. Okay, I'm going to go into front view, hit the 1 on the keyboard. Now, I'm going to zoom in, start working on the eye. I think what I want to do is I want to lock this image reference up here in the outliner. And oh, I also put a light in. See the light? It's a sun. And then if you put a light, it comes with a light, but you can edit it and move it around and set it up. Here's your box. And practice with that. But I'm going to pull Solenne out into a new box. I'm going to click a new collection up in the right, and I'm going to pull Solenne into it. Try to stay a little bit organized. I make another box, and I'm going to select the sun and the light, move all my lights in here. Oops. Shift select, click, drag, lights, collection, and I can go like that. There we go. And then this is Solenne eyelashes, so I'll just call it eyelash Solenne. Solenne, is it 2 L's, 2 E's, or 2 N's? Oh well, you can tell me. I think it's 2 N's, so I put it there. I can't remember. It's a pretty name. Okay, and then I'm going to pull the camera out of here too. Or actually, I'll just put it back in there and name this cameras. Okay, there we go. And I can also reorg these folders by dragging them. So click. You can click and hold this down and open them all, and click and hold it down and close them all. So now I want Solenne to be down here. I want to be so clean. My files have to be clean now that I'm animating so much. And I can figure out where all my stuff is at and stay organized. So I'm going to click on Solenne. And I'm going to lock this so that I don't accidentally keep grabbing it. Clicking on it, and I'm going to come up here to where this little funnel, and I'm going to click this on selectable, restriction toggles, selectable, and then I'm going to click it, disable selection in the viewport shift to set children. Oh, I didn't know what was that. Shift to such a... Okay, now I can't click on it. And I'll probably forget that later and I'll be going, I'll be tired and I'll be going, I can't click on it. What is it? And then my folders and everything will be a mess and I'll be so tired. But I'll remember. Solenne. Actually, what did I want to change the name of this because I realized this isn't going to be Solenne. This is going to be image reference. And it is an object. Image reference. Solenne. Okay, now that can be in there. And then now I'm just going to draw her eye this time. So I'm going to come down here to her eye, right about here. I'm going to zoom way in. And I'm going to shift right click to set my cursor. Now that my cursor is set right where I want it to be there, I am going to hit Shift A and I'm going to go to Mesh. Way down here, single vert. Add a single vert. It's a vertice. There we go. And now I want to stay flat like this so that my vertices will be flat. Now I'm going to, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this, but I think I'm going to hit E to extrude it. See, I'm extruding the vertice. And I'm going to put it way up here at this top. Thinking about how I'm going to do this. Now, I'm going to extrude it again. And I'm just going to put this one back down here really close to this other one. And did it get there or did I forget to click? Okay, I'll try it again. It doesn't look like I extrude and click down. There we go. Okay, can you see that? Those little lines? I can come up here to my overlays and turn wireframe geometry on. Keep that opacity up like that. Make sure that's on. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out a little bit and I'm going to drag my mouse over both of those. And I'm going to hit divide, subdivide. So now we have two subdivisions there. So I'm going to click one and click one. And I'm actually going to come over here and get on this tool, the transform. And I'm going to use the white circle a lot because that's my new thing. And I'm going to pull it down to about just there outside that line, that eye. I'm going to click and drag and select that, and I'm going to pull this one up. Doesn't look like I'm straight though. But I think I am. Okay, there we go. There. Now I kind of have a triangle of the eye set, but I'm gonna connect these two at the end. I'm gonna drag to select them both, and I'm going to right click, and what am I going to do? I'm going to right click and snap vertices. I think snap vertices selection to cursor. So now they're together, I think. I think I joined them as well. I don't know. Let's see. I'll switch to my line tool by clicking 2. And I'll hit G and grab that. They're not selected, so I'll right click and snap that back. But I'm going to drag, select them both, and then control, whoops. And do that, control J, I think. And it's vertice extrude. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for that now. Okay, here it is. It's vertice, connect vertice path J, not control J. So if I select this, grab, they did not join. Why is that? Okay, I forgot. There's so many different ways of doing things. So join is another thing. But these are vertices. I'm going to merge them. So I'm selecting them both again, hit M, and then I'm going to say it cursor because I know the cursor's right there. So it joined them, but now where is it at? I wonder if I joined. Running into errors. This is quite annoying. Okay, I think I realized what I just did. I was on the edge tool, and when I selected them both and I hit M at cursor, then I merged the two edges, and I meant to switch back to the vertices, which is 1 on the keyboard, and then M to merge at cursor because the cursor's there. And that will bring those two verts together. Yay! And then it's got to be vertex merge somewhere here. Okay, so it's not in vertices, the merge, but it's here in mesh, merge, M, shortcut, keyboard hotkey, at center, at cursor, collapse, and by distance. So we click the M key and then it'll merge. But there we have it, and it looks like if I hit 2 and I select this G and I grab, and still they're not merged, so let's try it again. Let's select those vertices, and beyond the verts, hit M and merge at cursor. There we go. But I don't know if it's just that they're together, but they're not connected. So grab, oh, there. We did it finally. Okay, I could have snapped. If I hit G and I move that around and I right click, it'll snap back to where I had it. Okay, so we're doing well, we're drawing. Isn't this fun? So I'm gonna try to take the glare off my image so I won't be able to select it because I turned off the selector. And I am going to hit save, file, save. But I'm going to now select the image reference, come down here, and oh, I wonder where my image reference is at. Must have to go down here and go to the shader editor and select the image reference. This should be here somewhere. But where? I do not know. Okay, well, I'm always finding something new that I don't know about and doing something new, so I guess that's okay. For now, just let it go. And I have to deal with the glare for a little while. Well, here it is. I couldn't find it when I was in edit mode for some reason. And then I came to object mode. I select it. Click on the image reference. Click on the material, and it's up here. Solenne. And there's a little bit of a glare while I'm drawing. I don't want that. So I'm going to turn the roughness up all the way and keep this down. And that will take the glare off. And then I can come down here if it gets too dark or too light. I can select my light, which I believe is the sunlight, and I can hit period on the numpad, and I can turn the light up and down here. So I can control the light, and then I have the scene lights and the scene world on. And in scene world, I have this color. Click on it, I've set it to this color, and I have 1 strength. Okay, so let's get back to drawing the eye. I was just trying to draw out a base, kind of a basic shape, and start drawing with the vertice points, which is fun to draw with, like lines. And I hit 1 and get that back. And so I was thinking what we can do now is we've put 4 vertices in there. We can select them all in, tab back into, I have to select the object. Now I can tab back into edit mode and select all of these again, click and drag around them, and I can right click and I can subdivide. And then if I get back on the vertice points, I can see where I'm adding vertice points. And I'll just do it a few more times. Right click, subdivide. And then I'll start placing these vertices. I don't think that's going to show there, but I'm going to get on the move tool, or I could stay on the transform tool, I believe, and grab the white and bring this down and use your white. And so I can just keep doing this and subdivide, or you can just draw all the way around by extruding, but I thought this might be kind of fun. And just a different way, I guess. And where are we? There we are. I'll move that out. And click this and bring it in. And then we can also, whoops, we can also shift select like this. Is there one? Yeah, there's one right here. I'll bring it here. And then shift select and subdivide. And with the white, I'll bring the white here. Shift, subdivide, select this one and bring it here. Oops, I got to twist that around. Okay, that's fine. And I'll pull this one up here. And then right click, subdivide. Here. Can't remember how I did the last. And I'll select these two, this, and I'll right click, subdivide, and right click, subdivide again. Move this here. And this here, and this here, and right click, subdivide, move this up a little bit, and I think that's good. And then I can select it and look where I'm at. Wonderful. So we're not doing too bad, 20 minutes. I can zoom in a bit and move this out. Move this out. And there we go. So we kind of have a basic outline. I hit A to select all. Looks like this guy got moved in a little, but that's okay. I can fix that. A to select all. Move this one up and back there. A. Very good, very good, very good. Okay. Looks like I can move this one here. Kind of like that. And right click, subdivide. There we go. Okay, I'm going to click these two and this. Right click, subdivide. There we go. Move that up. And this here. That's good. A to select all. Okay, oh look, I missed a section. I missed. Okay. Must be another subdivide. I can make a keyboard shortcut for it. Let's see. G grab. Oops, I don't wanna edit, undo that, and I wanna grab it like this. And I can subdivide that and pull that up and over. And pull this one over. Hit A. For some reason, I'm not pulling that straight. There we go. And this. I can just zero that out by hitting, actually, I can zero it out by hitting S to scale. And then I want to zero it out, I believe, on the Y. Let's see, wait. Yeah, the Y is this green. And so I can hit S, Y on the Y axis, and then 0, 0. Let's see. We can look at our right here. And I want to go to X, Y, which way? Oops. I did undo. And if I open up my transform right here, I can see, yeah, it's the Y. I must have not hit it correctly. So I can just hit 0. enter. There we go. My shortcut keys weren't being a little funny, so we can always select them all and do that too to get them on. Okay, A to select all. Let's see how we're doing on our eye. Oh yeah, we've got some of them pulled up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to hit select them all. I'm going to come over here to the Y on my transform and hit 0 to skate to 0 and enter. And that will flatten them all out on the Y, I believe. Edit, undo. I wonder if I need to hit. I'm going to get on my scale tool. And I'm going to hit. Do that again. And I'm going to hit S to scale. And then, oh, I must have been hitting the Z key. And then this is the Y, and then 0 to scale them all flat. There we go. Okay. I was hitting my Z key, not looking down because I was so busy looking at this beautiful eyelash. There we go. And then, so, I'm selecting the move tool. Move this down, flat, and move this out. And select all. Okay, I think that's pretty good for right now. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill this and see if I can fill it with a grid fill, and then I'm going to edit it some, or maybe I'll just work with it some more. It's hard to decide. It's really hard to decide. I'm going to add a few more vertices. Select these two, subdivide, and then move this one out. And zoom in. And just give that a little bit kind of a, and then I'm going to pull this down a little bit. And I can select all of these. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Let's see. For now, I'm going to hit A to select all. I don't know how many vertices I have here, but so I think what I'm going to do now is just